we have the former Chief Minister and the BJP's candidate, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, who is joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Numbers are very, very encouraging for the BJP. 25 in the 2019 elections, and this time around as well. According to the numbers that we have here, it shows that the BJP is on a very, very strong footing now as well in Karnataka. What is your first reaction, sir?
See, look here, compared to the assembly performance, I think we are gaining more than 5% of our vote share in Karnataka, number one. Number two is that there are one or two local incumbencies in our Lok Sabha areas. That's how we are falling short of 2 seats. I am confident that we will win 23 seats.
Okay, all right. You're confident that these numbers are absolutely true. Has it come as a surprise to the Karnataka BJP? That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. But what seemed to have worked in favor of the BJP? That's a question that's going to be in the minds of the people as well, because it was believed that with the Congress government in Karnataka, there are going to be some seats that may go to the Congress party. There have been a lot of schemes, a lot of guarantees that have been called in by the Congress party. The government has already rolled it in, even if it came at the cost of course, some of the MLAs themselves saying that we don't have money for development because it's all going into these guarantees.
Yeah, it is not only anti-incumbency, it is totally, the verdict is against the entire misrule of Congress, wherein the law and order has failed, atrocity on women have increased, corruption has risen, and all these guarantees have been half-baked. They have not reached the people properly, and there is totally maladministration and infighting. So all this put together, people have become frustrated within 12 months of their misrule. That's how the anger is shown in this Lok Sabha election, plus a pro-incumbency towards our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has culminated in a very big vote share in Karnataka towards BJP.
Okay, but you know, Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra for 21 days in Karnataka, the exit poll data shows that the Congress party failed to perform in this state. What do you think of Rahul Gandhi's impact in the southern states, particularly Karnataka, of course?
See, look here, people of Karnataka has never taken Rahul Gandhi seriously. He might walk 21 days or 200 days, they have not taken him seriously. Last time it was the false propaganda and the guarantees which they have shown had given them some votes. Rahul Gandhi was not a factor then, and Rahul Gandhi is not a factor of a serious consideration in Karnataka even today.
All right, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, thank you for speaking to Times Now, and all the best to you. Of course, the real numbers will come in on the 4th of June. The BJP confident of the numbers. We have, in fact, some breaking updates coming in. On one hand, it is the Congress party that is holding a meeting that has been called in a strategy meeting by the Congress party. Updates also coming in of the Prime Minister as well, who will be holding a meeting today. So the exit polls very clearly have given an edge to the NDA, predicting over 350 seats for the NDA alliance. But on the other hand, the India bloc falling short. But of course, these are just the exit polls numbers. The real numbers are going to be out on the 4th of June, as they've been saying time and again. In fact, the opposition leaders, we've seen, Tushar, the kind of reactions that have been coming in. Congress party saying we're going to get 295 plus seats. Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh saying this is a exit poll that has been prepared at the BJP headquarters. Jairam Ramesh tweeting saying mass rigging.
Are we sitting at the BJP headquarters? I think not. We are sitting in the studio, a wonderful new studio. But look, I think they're going to get 295 seats, Pratibha. They'll get it on social media. They'll get it on their pages. They'll get it on their handles, because all the Congress has been doing all this while. Oh, look, we have these number of followers on social media. Oh, we have these many million views. I'm sorry, are you running a political party or are you running a blogging channel? Pratibha, in all honesty, we all spend a lot of time on social media, on Twitter, and we tend to have an inflated opinion about ourselves, about our influence. But at the end of the day, social media in India, even with 800 million internet users, cannot influence a single parliamentary constituency. That's the reality. But what you had the stalwarts of the Congress, at least in their echo chamber, sharing videos from vloggers who do not even have their facts right, sharing clips and, bites from people who are actually fabricating news. When you're going to rely on social media to win elections, you'll actually end up winning elections only on social media because the real world thinks differently,
But
feels
has the
differently.
echo chamber misled these parties? Because even Sanjay Singh, if you listen to his reaction, he goes on to say, can anyone ever believe that the Aam Aadmi Party is only going to win 0 to 2 seats in Punjab? Is that even possible? Do you think that Delhi is going to reject Aam Aadmi Party?
Pratibha, interestingly, right now, as in the 17th Lok Sabha, Aam Aadmi Party has 0 Lok Sabha MPs. They had 4 in 2014, they had 1 in 2019. They lost when Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann had to vacate his Sangrur seat. So why is Sanjay Singh surprised? 2014, 2019 and now 2024, people of Delhi have said, we do not want Kejriwal's 7 candidates in the center. They have made their mandate very, very clear. I don't understand the surprise of Sanjay Singh. And Pratibha, you know what I've been feeling since last evening? We spend a lot of time, prime time, discussing Arvind Kejriwal and the melodrama of the Aam Aadmi Party. People have discarded it.
Okay, so this also calls out what the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying. Their campaign largely has been around, jail ka jawab vote se. So that means this has fallen completely flat. We have some breaking updates also coming in. Clearly a blueprint being put in place for Modi 3.0. A meeting has been called today after the 45-hour-long tapasya. A meeting being called by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will be holding a crucial meeting today. My colleague Mohit Bhatt is joining us with that inside scoop on what's expected in that meeting. Mohit, the exit polls very, very encouraging for the NDA, predicting a landslide victory. We have a meeting being called by the Prime Minister after the 45-hour-long tapasya. What's expected in this meeting?
Well, you see, the Prime Minister did not wait for the exit poll to chalk out the plan for the country for next 100 days. Earlier also we have seen before leaving for the campaign, what the sources say, Prime Minister have told all the bureaucrats and all the ministers that a 100-day plan for the after the government comes to power should be prepared. Now, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi today at the PMO will be taking a meeting. The top bureaucrats are expected to be present in this particular meeting. Now, in this particular meeting, the 100-day plan, action plan of the government will be discussed upon, that what exactly would be the big and major steps and decisions that will be taken by the government in next 100 days. And the Prime Minister, before leaving for the campaign, as I was informing you earlier, asked all the bureaucrats to have a plan in place and use this time of the campaigning to chalk out a plan, a strategy for the country, that these are the big decisions that needs to be taken. And to review all that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today will be taking a review meeting in the PMO where the plan would be discussed for next 100 days. Now, before that, Pratibha, also there are various meetings lined up. Now, the Prime Minister will also review the situation post the cyclone, specifically in the states of the northeast. And also, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will chair a meeting given the fact that there's a massive heat wave that's going through the country. And on that heat wave, Prime Minister will be taking the stock of the preparations. Earlier also, Prime Minister took the stock of the preparation, that what exactly are the preparations that are being done by the Health Ministry and other nodal agencies. And after all these meetings, we will see Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting the top bureaucrats to chalk out the plan for next 100 days. So today will be a very busy day at the PMO. PM Narendra Modi yesterday came from Kanyakumari and is not taking rest. For next 100 days, the plan of action for the country is ready, and Prime Minister will be reviewing that. And as we were discussing earlier, now this is not just post the exit poll. Earlier also, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was very confident that he's coming back for the third term, and perhaps that is why he gave instructions to all the officials that a plan needs to be in the place, strict, but
in fact,
decisions
Mohit,
that
he
will...
said not just the next term, he said that I've already put in place a plan for 2047. Stay with us. Tushar Gupta, the Prime Minister calling for a meeting today. He's just back from the 45-hour tapasya as well. Is this the reason why the opposition always finds itself in the back foot? We have a Prime Minister who is, working non-stop, or at least a BJP election machinery that it's known for, that it's never resting. It's, through the day there are separate meetings and the Prime Minister is addressing different sections of the people, whether the BJP comes to power or not. The moment they come back to power, they're again in the election mode.
Look, compare Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi as two respective campaigners for their respective parties. The Prime Minister spoke to, I think, over 8,500 outlets for an interview, including Times Now.
Yes.
What was Rahul Gandhi doing all this while? X-ray karwana hai, census karwana hai, jati janganna. It takes a special kind of stubborn to go back to the same formula that failed you just 3 months ago in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Rahul Gandhi did exactly that. Their manifesto did exactly that. On the other hand, you had the Prime Minister who was speaking about development, who was speaking about 2047, aspirations of the younger voters, infrastructure, digital public infrastructure. Look, this is the India of 2024. We don't like to talk about things that are regressive, that are anti-development, that demean the entrepreneurs or the wealth creators of this country. I remember reading a page of the Congress manifesto and it said, we are going to prioritize industries that create jobs in high volumes. Are we talking about creating sweatshops in India in 2024? This is the Congress mentality, and that is why, as more and more years pass on, you'll find that the Congress and the BJP would have high degree of divergence. You'll see that the BJP is in a different tangent altogether when it comes to development, when it comes to reading the pulse on the ground, when it comes to understanding the people on the ground. The Congress in its echo chamber is only digging itself further inside. That's the problem, Pratibha.
Okay, all right. In fact, we'll speak about what the story is about. We have a reaction coming in. Remember, the Congress leaders have been speaking about the 100-day agenda of the Prime Minister as well. Apart from dismissing the exit polls completely, there's politics that has now broken out over the Prime Minister putting in place a 100-day agenda. Listen in to Pramod Tiwari of the Congress.
ने ना सिर्फ इस पूरे एग्जिट पोल का स्वागत किया है, बल्कि दूसरी तरफ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो है वो कन्याकुमारी से वापस आने के बाद में आज एक बैठक करने वाले पीएमओ ऑफिशियल्स के साथ में अगले 100 दिन का एजेंडा जो है वो प्रिपेयर करे। तो साफ तौर पे एक हिंट दिया जा रहा है कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो है वो वापस से आने वाले हैं सत्ता में।
देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी आज तो नहीं कर रहे। ये जब चुनाव शुरू नहीं हुआ तो 4 से पार का नारा दे रहे थे। तो ये प्रधानमंत्री जी का चूंकि आत्मविश्वास डगमगाया हुआ है, तो उन्हें लगता है कार्यकर्ताओं का आत्मविश्वास बनाए रखना जरूरी है, इसलिए इस तरह की बातें कर रहे हैं। तो प्रधानमंत्री जी, मुझे आपसे एक शिकायत है। ध्यान मग्न जो होता है वो दुनिया भर की तमाम बातों से दूर दराज जाकर तभी तो ध्यान लगाया जाता है, तभी तो तपस्या की जाती है। पर आपका भी ध्यान गजब का है। 8 से लेकर 10 कैमरों की तेज विजिबिलिटी में आप ध्यान लगा रहे हैं। ये लगता है जैसे कि आप चुनाव के आखिरी दिन चुनाव को प्रभावित करने के लिए ये आपका आखिरी हथकंडा था।
सर, इसके अलावा अगर बात करें तो कांग्रेस की तरफ से एक बहुत बड़ा आरोप लगाया है। कांग्रेस के नेता अजय माकन ने कल रात को एक ट्वीट किया। उन्होंने बोला कि जो कैंडिडेट्स के काउंटिंग एजेंट्स हैं उनको एआरओ टेबल के आसपास भी नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है, और अगर इस तरीके के आरोप सच हैं तो ये तो ईवीएम में गड़बड़ी करने से भी ज्यादा।
So, the opposition mocking, of course, the Prime Minister's 100-day agenda. But the story, like we've been mentioning time and again, is a lot about the Prime Minister, the pro-incumbency, but also about a failed opposition. There are many on ground who speak about inflation, they speak about price rise, but they believe that it is the Prime Minister, it is the BJP that can provide the solution and the